My walkaway story is more of a stay away story. You know, as a kid, we were taught about politics. You know, at the time I was in elementary school, and Clinton was elected, and you know, in social studies class they taught us what they could about politics, the Democrats, Republicans, and even back then, I don't remember ever seeing one as worse than the other. I never seen good guy and bad guy. I just saw two parties who wanted the same goal to, you know, lead the country, make sure everything's going great. They just had different ways of implementing that. From then to this day, I see the Democrats as the hip party. You know, they were always younger, and they're of course progressive, which isn't a bad thing. But now it's been sullied, but in its general meaning, it isn't a bad thing, because you get new ideas and, you know, things like that. But now when I looked at the Republicans, never saw them as bad guys. I just said to myself, well, these guys are kind of, you know, they're the square party. You know, they're always older, male, and most of the time they always spoke about God and protecting the country, military. That's what you think, but you don't think evil. I never thought evil. Neither party. I never thought of either that way. And now I'm going to fast forward a bit to, let's say, the Bush era. Now, that was the first time I ever really thought about politics. Like, really consumed my mind and said, what is going on here? Because this guy, he seemed, let's say he looked like he was just there for the mic. You know, he would speak on the mic while the rest of the administration were pulling the strings, telling him what to say. That's how I saw it. That's how he came off to me. And that's when I started to look at the party as a whole, and I was like, hey, you guys got to do better than that. You know, but still, I never thought of the party as a problem. It was the individual. If the president did good, he represented his party, but at the same time did good for all of us. So then comes President Obama. You know, I voted for him, and the reason behind that was because coming off of Bush, I was saying to myself, yeah, I do see president first before the party, but what we had lined up didn't really, you know, during Obama's campaign, it didn't sit well with me. And on top of him potentially becoming the first black president, and apart from his, what do you call it? We call this word again. Way of speaking. His cadence, his, I guess they call it swagger. You know, he had good ideas, and I'm like, okay, I like what I'm hearing. Especially coming off from being a senator from Chicago and knowing the shit that goes down over there. I'm like, yeah, he's got something to say, and he's gonna make a change for this, you know. Hence the slogan, you know, change you can believe in. So I was like, yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy. So that's why I voted for him. Ended up being disappointed, you know, because after all those years, nothing's really changed. Nothing you promised changed. I was proud of him for, let me see. I know one for sure. I thought there was another one. Yeah, no. It was just, I'm only proud of the fact that he got Osama bin Laden finally. But that was at the end. So like after that, I was, well, that's it. Well, you did something. All right, but really and truly, the way things are going now, we need somebody that's gonna do a lot more than that one thing. Now, mind you, I'm not ignorant of him being stopped at every turn when he would propose a certain change. But once he got that no, it was like he gave up. It was like, hey, I got an idea. Let's do something about unemployment and the crime going on in Chicago. You just say it, never stayed on it. Only time he put the energy into doing something was for homosexuals, for the gay equality, the marriage, and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm glad you did it. Personally, I don't see why. Well, why would you focus on that with so much energy and not the things that's actually affecting the country? Because I'm going to tell you this: you won an election. A lot of the people that voted for you are progressive Democrats. You think you need to put all that energy into gay marriage? I think we're all behind you on that one. So, and it was all over that was all people could talk about. That was all, when you think about it, that's all they could say he did. I have no problem with it. But the energy behind it, it's kind of suspect that you focused on that and not us, not the rest of the people. You gotta priorities. I'd never seen it. Never seen. It's always, and he just laugh it off. That's what used to get me mad. Like he'd smile and crack a joke, and at least now with Trump, he smiles and crack a joke and gets it done. So he's earned that. He's earned that smirk. He's earned that joke. But this guy, man, he didn't. And I'm sorry to say, I wasted my first vote. I wasted my second one too, but I'm just saying, if you vote and the person you voted for wins and nothing gets done, especially the things that are important. So, yeah, but let's get back on track to WalkAway. So there are two things. There's TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and then there's the opening of the eyes, the awakening. People are opening their eyes. People are doing research because this guy, President Trump, he's caused people to look into things, read into things. Because remember, before he was elected, during his campaign, people started to look into him. I'm going to tell you this. In the beginning, I didn't, because I already knew who he was. I knew as much as everybody else did. And I said to myself, I don't think he's presidential at all. So I said, I don't think I want him to win. Let the professionals do it. That was my mindset in the beginning. And then we saw the other candidates. And then we saw Hillary Clinton. And I was like, first of all, I didn't want her to win when she was going against Barack Obama. Okay. And now she's going, okay. This is where I know people are tired of hearing it, but the lesser of two evils thing comes in. If it had to be somebody, I'd rather somebody without experience to run the country than somebody as corrupt as Hillary. So that's where I stood. And back to the awakening thing, when it was getting close, you know, it was narrowing down to them. And right then and there, once Bernie got screwed over, because I was actually planning on voting for Bernie. You know, he got me a free college. I'm sorry. But once he got screwed over by the DNC, and I was like, nah, this is wickedness right here. I said to myself, you know what? Do your research. Let's check this guy out. Let's really check this guy out, because, you know, there's a chance this woman might win, and I'm sick of the conflicts overseas in the Middle East and the dealings, and after what happened to Haiti, who knows what the future will hold. If there's you can't say if when it comes to a natural disaster, those things happen. Imagine the advantage she would take over any other country or state or anything like that. Imagine her and her cronies stealing the money, just like she did with Haiti. Promises broken over and over. So I said, okay, if this guy is gonna win, let me see that we're not doomed either way. So that's when I started to look him up, and that's when I found all the videos of him on Oprah, Letterman, all these shows talking about the same damn things. Albeit he spoke mostly on finances and stuff like that, which, when you think about it, we make good on our finances first, everything else will follow. Because it's when your money's fucked up, it becomes the root of all evil. Because if you don't have it, you obsess over it. That's why crime happens. That's why there's these under the table dealings. That's why companies cut corners. All these things. That he earned me a point. And he earned points. And when you see those speeches, like this guy is passionate about this country because he does want to see it become better, because he comes from a time where it was better and he saw it slowly, getting worse. So he jumped at the chance, because remember, he was asked over and over. Maybe it was suggested and asked, maybe you should run. You ever think about running? And mind you, people heard what he said, agreed. This guy needs to run, because these issues he's talking about, I damn well agree. Please run. Do you consider running? No. If I did win, I'll do anything I can. Then he started talking shit about Republicans and how they're super voters, blah blah blah. And I'm like, this guy will pull out all stops to win, and he wants to win. And if you pay attention, him winning is not him winning, it's us winning. Because it's our issues he was speaking of. When I'm looking at those things, I was like, okay. But in my mind, he wasn't ideal, because I still didn't see him as presidential, which is a mistake on my part, because I did not vote for him. Although I said, if I voted for Jill Stein. So I said, if she doesn't win, because she had pretty good ideas, plus I believe she was a scientist, and anybody with a mind like that will want to solve problems. So I figured, let's go outside of the left-right realm, and just Green Party, let's try it out. Let's try something new. Maybe something new will work. That's why I voted for her. So I said, if she doesn't win, please, Trump, please, you win. Eventually he did. And that's when the fuckery started. Once he won, day one in the office, CNN claims he removed the MLK bust from the Oval Office. And I was like, this did he just betray? They got me for a second. I looked it up. False. I said, it's over. You're still going? I don't understand. I'd understand if it was during the election, they're pulling out all stops because they don't like him. Although I see that as wrong for the media to do, because media should not be biased in any way. If they are biased, they should shut up and just report the news. But I still have the understanding of, at least if he was still running, you pull that shit. He's won. Let's be done. Let him do his job. If he fucks up, it's his shoe going in his mouth. We can impeach. We have term limits for presidents. Relax. Let things flow. They couldn't. TDS. That's where it brings me to Trump derangement syndrome, because it didn't stop. It did not stop. It's still going strong. Although right now I'm gonna say, especially right with the WalkAway movement, it's over for these crazy leftists. It's over. All they have is, they can scream all day, all they want. Nothing's gonna change for them. They're just gonna be miserable while the rest of the country is winning. And I'm gonna say this: I am not a Republican. I will always be an independent. So, still hoping he wins in 2020, Donald Trump. But after that, I don't care what party you're in, but if your plans don't match up to this guy right now, if it doesn't match up, or your campaign promises does not exceed his, you know, I don't care what party you're in. You have to do that. You have to surpass what he's doing, because this is the first time in a very long time. Because after what Trump is doing right now, his constant winning has me thinking of the past presidents that I was alive to witness and say there was no excuse for the fuckery that's been going on. There is no excuse that nothing was able to change in each of those presidents' terms or multiple terms. There is no reason for that. He's put them to shame. So the next guy after him, or next gal after him, they got to step their game up. And hey, you know what I'm even hoping for? I'm hoping that he does so good that it doesn't even matter who else comes in. Country's fixed. They just have to sit in that seat and make sure we're protected, make sure everybody's getting paid, make sure just sit back and do your job. Just chill. Just chill until you're called upon. I'm at least hoping for that, because I'm sick of this media frenzy. I'm sick of the legacy media just plucking things out of nowhere with oh my god, the immigration. And like, yo, I'm a child of immigrants, okay? So it gets on my nerves when people call me, or people like me, you know, racist and things like that, just for my opinion, especially on immigration. I'm like, yo, you think it's fair that both my parents came here and worked hard, worked their asses off, and legally became citizens of the United States, and made sure that I followed that grid, just to have somebody sneak over and jump in line? Because I had that problem when I was looking for jobs. You know, it was either, this one I understand, it was either because I wasn't a student, and when you're competing with students for a job, they're not going to hire somebody who's overqualified like me. That's more understandable. But when I'm a citizen and I have a resume to prove the skills that I have, and somebody just comes over the border and sneaks here and able to do that, nah man, that's not okay. It's not okay. And right, I'm gonna say this: you cannot put any of this, not even blame Barack Obama for what he did with the immigrants. You can't blame this country at all for the immigration laws. I don't care. I really don't care. Because really and truly, you gotta solve the problem from the root. The root is wherever country they're coming from. That's where you gotta focus your attention. So all the illegal immigrants, focus your attention on where you come from. Because it's funny how you're running away from all the fuckery going on over there. Yet you come here, you curse a president for doing his job and doing what the people wanted and trying to protect his people, who will protect you if you at least become a citizen. Yet you wave your flag. I thought you were running. I thought you didn't like where you came from. What happened? I thought you came here illegally, making money, send back so they could come here. At least that's the only good thing you're doing. When you send the money back, they can come here legally, right? But you don't start waving your flag at people's faces when you know you ran away. That shit right there, it just makes me laugh. I'm like, you're done. You're not winning this fight because it makes no sense. I agree that immigration should change. The immigration laws should change. I don't mean the wall. That wall should go up. I don't mean security. Security's fine to me. Maybe it just needs more security. But really and truly, I think the path to citizenship should be strengthened. I think there should be more incentive. There should be a shorter wait time. There should be sponsors, stuff like that, just to, rush the application process and things like that. But other than that, man, don't come here with that fuckery. We have generations of immigrants. This country has generations of immigrants who either came here illegally or legally and still became citizens and worked their asses off. And yes, they made this country great. You see me disagreeing with that? Immigrants made this country great. Even illegal immigrants who, at least when they were illegal, found a way to become legal and work their asses off. But don't come here feeding off of us. Don't do that. You can't get mad if we retaliate against that. I know all of y'all are hardworking, but it's still a crime to sneak over. If you get caught, you got caught. Either try again or try the right way. Because nobody's saying you can't come back. They might put a limit to, how long it can be before you even try again. But that's punishment. You do something wrong, you get punished. That's simple. But yeah, man. So yeah, this is why okay, so I'm getting off topic. So this is why it's a stay away. Because after what's been going on recently, like I said, this awakening has caused me to do more research. And in this research, you find out that the Democratic Party was the party of the KKK. They were the party that started the gun control laws, which were initially started to keep black people from owning guns. And not only that, if you had a specific gun, like, what's it called, Saturday Night Specials, back in the day of the Black Panthers and stuff like that, they didn't want that. They did not want that. And when you think about it, these powerful black men, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and others, Republicans, don't mean I'm a Republican. I have my reasons for now, because I don't want to contain greatness to a party, but when you look at it, you're like, well, this party, this person is of this party, so it makes sense. It's basically over right now for the Democrats, right? I'm at a point where I'm like, WalkAway, it's over. We've only had a couple of Democratic presidents that kicked ass. You know, Roosevelt, and I'm talking Teddy, JFK, maybe Carter, and, you know, Robert Kennedy. And then who else can you really think of? Everyone else who kicked ass were Republicans. Who set the slaves free? Republicans. Who fought against all of that? Democrats. So, you want things to get better? You want this country to win? You walk away. Straight up and down, walk away. This is straight bullshit. What's going on? What y'all are doing? What y'all... Feminism. Black Lives Matter. It's just sickening what you see. And it's not what I see. I'm not on YouTube just watching this shit. Yeah, I am so I can share it. But I see this outside all the time. I can't have fun anymore. I can't go out. I can't even work properly because every time there's a damn protest, I can't do my job because they're blocking up the street, taking up my money. And with Black Lives Matter, the moment something happens to a person of color, from a white person, they're on it. They are on the case. You know, bias or not, if you're gonna defend somebody, I'm behind that. But if you're gonna stop there, no. Because we are killing ourselves. I would like to see that energy you put into protesting against the police, you know, against every white person you see, reparations, all this bullshit. Put that energy to the drug dealers of the inner cities, the gangs of the inner cities. March to their hangouts, to their hideouts. You know where you can't tell me you don't know where they are. You know where they are. You know. Don't play games. March there. Stop them. Hug each other and cry. The same way you do when a racist cop kills a black man. Do the same thing when a criminal, a black criminal, takes out a highly educated black man or black woman. Use that same energy. I would love to see that because I have never seen that. Only time I've seen that energy is from the relatives and friends, but not the organization of Black Lives Matter. So another reason to walk away and stay away from the left. But yeah, this video's gone long. I did not expect to stay here that long, and I had more to say. Shit, I had more compelling things to say, but yeah. Again, to everybody out there, open your eyes, do the research, man. Become a free thinker. All the greats were. Question everything, rethink your heroes. You know, because all this deity worship with all these celebrities and shit like that, yeah, it's gonna take you down the wrong path because you're not thinking for yourselves. You're just parroting what your favorite celebrity says. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. It's ridiculous. That means you're fucking retarded. It's the party of retards. And I don't care. Yo, even if there are Republicans doing the same thing, you're retarded too if you're gonna look at a celebrity and be like, and even if it's a celebrity that wants Trump to win, if he's saying it just because he likes Trump, don't follow that guy. Oh, don't follow that girl. No. You follow Trump because, or you vote for Trump, or you back him because you did your research. You checked him on it. Because remember, he's working for us. So you check him on it. And you see, okay, looks legit. Did he get that done? He got that done? Are you still working on it? Good. That's when you stay on. That's when it's all good. But if some talking head, you know, in the legacy media, or a celebrity starts speaking on that shit, come on. There's money behind that. They're getting paid for that bullshit. So, man, yeah. Woke. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm not only saying walk away, I'm saying stay away. Straight up and down. Peace.